Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. What's going on? This is Max Nazaire going live from Fit to the Max, Roswell, Georgia, personal training, the wellness ambassador. And it's a great day, wonderful Friday afternoon. The sun is out. I'm sure everybody is already thinking about their weekend and what they're going to get into and the things that they're going to enjoy. I have a lot of things to be grateful and thankful for, and I'm definitely looking forward to the weekend. I love the weekdays. I'm not trying to rush into the weekend, but I'm really looking forward to everything that's in store this weekend, especially some of the things that's going on at Fit to the Max and outside of Fit to the Max. But what I want to talk to you about is this today. Fit to the Max, live and uncut. We're going to talk about, is it important for you to have a personal trainer, or do I need a personal trainer to lose weight? Okay, and I think the answer is going to shock you. But first and foremost, I just want to let you know where we're at. We're shooting live in my kitchen, or if I was to include my wife, our kitchen. Okay, and one of the things I have to say is this: I remember when I was growing up and I was younger, we used to sit a lot in the kitchen, and our kitchen was much smaller back in those Brooklyn days. When I was younger, and I would sit on top of the washing machine because the washing machine was right next to the sink, and that would be just a great time where, my brother John and my boy Dwayne and my older brother Chris, and we just sit around and we just talk about our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations. We kid around, we joke around, and it was just kind of like almost like the spot. That was the forum where we could really just speak our mind. Okay, so I thought it was very fitting for me to kind of go back to that safe place, which is the kitchen in my house now, and to talk to you about, is it important to have a personal trainer, or do you need a personal trainer to lose weight? So here's my answer. My answer is absolutely not. You do not need a personal trainer to lose weight. And here's why. The reason why I say that is this. All trainers aren't cut the same. You have some trainers that are great, and some trainers that are okay, and some trainers that are horrible. And this goes across the board for any profession. I mean, there are some doctors who are world-renowned and they're excellent, and there's some doctors that suck, right? You have some attorneys, they're awesome. They really shut it down when they get into the courtroom and do their research, and you have some folks that are just kind of mediocre, all right? That's just how it is in life. You have great professionals, you have professionals that are not. So before my personal training friends start coming on here and blasting me about what my answer is, I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there, that there are some people that are great and some people that are not. Here's the reason why I say you don't absolutely need a personal trainer to lose weight. Because first things first, for the average person, a personal trainer, a good one, it may not be feasible for the average person. And here's why. Everybody knows when you're investing in a personal trainer, it's a big investment. It costs money. It can be anywhere from $50 to $150 an hour, depending on where you're at in the country, right? So for most people, they don't just have that kind of extra money or disposable income sitting around. So you think about it like this: the industry standard is most people work with a trainer 2 times a week, right? So you're working with that person 2 times a week, and maybe 30 minutes and maybe an hour. So here it is. You want to make this lifestyle transformation. You want to switch up everything in your life, and then you're going to spend 2 hours with a personal trainer, and that's supposed to change everything, right? Probably not. Okay? So you have to be honest. You have to be real with yourself. If you have a trainer that's helping you and that's coaching you and that's telling you to do the things that you need to do outside that session, then it's a wonderful thing. Because you think about it, you're working with a trainer, you're getting 2 challenging workouts in a week, and then now you're starting to do some other workouts, and it's inspiring you and motivating you, and hopefully that coach, that trainer, is strengthening you so that you can feel confident in being able to work out those other 2 to 3 days that are necessary for you to have that transformation that you need. Because anyone that's looking to lose weight and is making the transformation, here are some of the things you're going to really need to be in place, whether you have a trainer or a coach or not. Number 1, you have to be active. You got to move that behind, all right? You need to work out minimum 3 days a week. If you can get 4 days a week, or even 5 days a week, that's great. It may be 30 minutes, it may be an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm not going to split hairs here and there, but you got to get up and you got to move, all right? For some people, they only need 30 minutes because they're getting right into it. They're moving, they're shaking, they're getting in and getting out. For some folks, they need an hour. I like 45 minutes because I think you start losing people's attention after about 45 minutes or so. So just depends on you. But you got to move 3 to 5 days a week. That's number 1. Number two, you gotta change the way that you eat. You can't continue to eat the same garbage and crap and expect your body to transform and change. And I don't care how much money you're paying your celebrity trainer, if you're not changing the way that you eat, that person is a coach, is a trainer, they're not a magician. They're not going to have a magic wand that they're going to just wave at you and then you're going to start melting off the pounds and the fat. You know, and I find that a lot of times, especially for like my executive clients and people who are, you know, they have big money, you know, they think they could kind of throw money at that situation or at that problem and then expect to change. And I'll sit down with them and I'll tell them, hey, you know what? You can't outsource this. You can't put this off on your assistant. This is something that you're going to have to do, and you have to go all the way in and make a commitment towards making a change in your life. And if you're not willing to do that, if you want to just throw money away at it, then really you're just throwing your money into a bottomless pit, and you're not going to make the changes that you need. So that's why I always say that you got to make sure you change the way that you eat and your nutrition. Next thing you got to do, you got to change that mindset, all right? In between here and here, you got to change the way that you look at things, because a lot of us, we have these bad relationships between the habits that we need to make the changes and the transformations in our lives and how it will affect us, you know? And there's a bad connection, and we got to make sure we clean that up. I'll give an example. You know, some people, they think that exercise is punishment. Maybe because their gym teacher, they would make them run laps when they wanted to administer some type of punishment. Or somebody will say, well, you know what, if I'm not having dessert, then that's not a full meal, or that's not, or that's something that they were accustomed to or used to, and that's what their parents used to give them as a treat. Well, you have to understand that that's not really the most productive way for you to move forward in life, you know? Exercise is not punishment. Exercise is a privilege, it's a joy. It's something that transforms your body on the inside out. I was reading Time magazine and it talked about how when you're exercising, it actually transforms your DNA. I mean, all the way down to the cellular level, exercise has its benefits. And one day I'm going to shoot a live just on exercise and how it affects the cells and the DNA. It's mind-blowing. It'll change your life and transform your mind. Other thing we need to, so we got to have that transferring mindset, and also our feelings, the way that we feel about moving and exercising. I mean, when you exercise, you're challenging your body, and certain points of it don't feel good, and that's okay, because if we can have a shift in the mindset and knowing that, hey, you know what, if I feel a little bit uncomfortable, it just means that I'm getting stronger. If I feel a little bit uncomfortable, it just means that my body is changing. If I feel a little bit more uncomfortable, it means that I'm going a long way towards getting to that ultimate goal. Okay, so a coach can help you with that mindset thing, but I mean, it's something that, you know, success is an inside job at the end of the day. You got to change yourself from the inside out if you really want to be able to succeed. So that's the other thing. Also, too, one thing you want to focus on as well is that your coach can't be there every single moment of your life. All right, and then you have some coaches that are there that really are trainers that are just counting reps. They're counting reps. They're counting sets. They're not really programming your workouts. They don't have an end goal in mind. They may be going at the seat of their pants. Or how about that trainer? I mean, you've seen it. I was at the gym earlier today, and goodness gracious. I mean, there was a guy, he's working with 3 people, one-on-one, back-to-back. And I mean, the guy just looked like he didn't want to be there. And I'm just like, man, I'm paying all my money so that you could, so you could pretend that you want to be here, that you're not engaged, you're not motivated. I'm bringing more energy to it than you do. And I'm like, wow, what are you paying for? So, and that's why I put that out there. Now, granted, if you have a good coach and you have a good trainer, it's worth all the money in the world, because a good trainer and a good coach, they're going to be inspiring. They're going to be motivated. They're going to, look forward to you being there. They're going to be, just chomping at the bit, waiting for you to get there so that they can do everything that they can to help you make those lifestyle changes. A great coach, a great motivator, a great mentor is going to shorten that learning curve for you, meaning that they're going to be able to have the top-notch resources necessary, and so that you can have it at the tip of your fingers, so when you need to implement it, you don't have to go and do a bunch of Google searches to find out what works for you and your particular body type, all right? So that's also the value of a coach as well. It's going to save you some time. And then also, if you run into a stumbling block or some type of obstacle of some sort, A great coach, a great trainer, they're going to be able to coach you through that process, because we all like to think that everything's going to be roses and potpourri, and that you're not going to have any challenges and things that you're going to have to overcome. But a good coach, a good trainer, they're going to coach you through that. They're going to motivate you through that. They're going to help you feel like you can run through a brick wall if they're a good motivator. But also, they have to have those strategies and tactics that are necessary, so that if you run into a wall, maybe you don't run through it. Maybe it's better for you to run around it, or maybe it's better for you to climb through it, or maybe it's better for you to dig under. A good coach is going to be able to sit there with you and collaborate, so that you can figure out the best solutions for you based off of your challenges, your demands on life, so that you're able to ensure success for yourself. Okay. Also, too, a good coach, a good motivator is going to help you with that community aspect. Okay. Now, again, you can go through a coach to get that, because it may be a one-on-one, and even with two, that still creates a community. Or you might be in a group training type of situation, and now you're with fellow people who are trying to lose weight and they're pushing towards that healthy and active lifestyle. Or you could create this yourself. If you get 3 or 4 people who you can meet at the same place at the same time, and you guys can be pushing towards your fitness and wellness goals, and at least one person actually knows what they're doing and can lead the group, then by all means you can do that. But we know a lot of people, they're not focused, they're not consistent, they're not dedicated nor motivated, so it's pretty hard sometimes to create that. So remember my original question. My original question is, do you absolutely need a personal trainer or a coach? My answer is no, you don't absolutely need it, but I will tell you the truth. If you can have a good coach that can lead you, that can motivate you, that can provide that sense of community for you, and can inspire you to be able to go above and beyond what you would have done on your own, then that coach, that trainer, you never let them go, and they're worth their weight in gold. I have a lot of coaches and trainers who, I've met over the years, and just outstanding people all over the country. Some of the people I think about, my mentor, for example, Todd Durkin, who's in San Diego. Awesome coach, awesome trainer. I think about Andrew out there in Orange County in California. DB, Damian Bailey, he's in PA and in New York City, Tribeca. Used to work with him at Equinox. Shout out to him. Willay, that's down in Buckhead in Atlanta. Also, Myrie, Grant Trotter, I think he's in Marietta. Yvette Rose, who's in Manhattan. These are all great coaches and great motivators and great trainers. If you ever get a chance to go on their websites, or their Twitter or their Facebook, they're on there. They're doing big things. Make sure you look them up if they're in your area. Also, Taryn Hoff, he's great, the traveling trainer. He'll come to you anytime, anywhere to work with you. And then also, don't forget about us. If you're in the Roswell, Woodstock, North Fulton, Cherokee County, Atlanta area, you can come see us here at Fit to the Max. So there's a good amount of really great trainers who can really help you and push you to get towards those goals. But what I want you to do is this, just for your sake, make sure that you're not absolutely positively reliant on one individual to help you to get to where you need to go. Because like I said, success is an inside job. It starts from inside, from within. And once you can get everything moving and going and started, then pull in that motivator, pull in that coach that can really help you jump steps, so to speak, or help shorten that learning curve and help you get there faster at a more accelerated rate. Because that's what a good coach does. That's what a good trainer does. That's what a good mentor does. They're going to make sure that you're going to make the least mistakes possible. They're going to help you get to point A to point B in the safest way possible, and then help you ascend to get all the way to Z. Okay? So that's what you're looking for, and that's what you need when you're looking for a great personal trainer and a great coach, or just a great teacher in anything that you're pursuing in life. All right? So very important. Make sure you take all those points and steps to mind. All right. If you know someone is looking for a personal trainer or a coach, they may want to watch this video first before they go ahead and hire that coach or that trainer. So feel free, if you have any questions, to ask them in the comment section. You can like this. You can share this with your friends or family members, because I think it's very important that, I do the industry a service and make sure that I'm steering people towards the right folks that's going to help them live that healthy and active lifestyle. And for the folks who are not all the way in, who are not leading with their heart, who don't have that servant spirit, people who are not after your own well-being, I want to make sure that I steer you away from those people as much as possible, because we don't want to reward that. We want to make sure we're rewarding the people who are really after your best interests, after helping you, and are really looking to help you get into the best shape of your life and live spiritually, mentally, physically strong. So that's it for me for now. Make sure you tune in. Our next episode is going to be next Wednesday at 12:15 p.m. All right, I'm not going to tell you what the topic is yet, but it's going to be a wonderful one and a good one. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep on shooting until I don't have anything more to say. But I have a lot to say about fitness and wellness and the things that you can do to start living better, not tomorrow, but today. Okay, so take care. God bless. And remember, you can be fit, or you can be fit to the max, spiritually, mentally, and physically strong. Deuces.